Hello everyone, good afternoon. In last video of probability, basic concept of probability, we discussed some basic definitions regarding the experiment, the events. We have discussed what is experiment, what is action, what are events, special type of events, simple events, mutually exclusive or disjoint events, independent events, dependent events, exhaustive events, and some more examples of these events. Today, I will be taking some fundamental properties and mathematical definition of probability. So, just a minute. Yes, the classical definition of probability. If a random experiment results in n mutually exclusive, equally likely, and exhaustive outcomes, out of which m are favorable to the occurrence of an event A, then the probability of occurrence of A is given by this formula, right? So this is the very important formula. This is the fundamental formula of probability. What is this formula? Probability of happening of any event A. This is the notation of probability of happening of any event A is equal to favorable outcomes corresponding to A divided by total outcomes. I repeat, probability of happening of any event A is equal to favorable outcomes corresponding to that particular event A divided by total outcomes. For example, if we are throwing a die, so the sample space will be containing, if we are throwing a die, then the sample space will be containing 6 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me define in any event A is odd number on the die. Then A is equal to 1, 3, 5. Right? If you want to find the probability of occurrence of this event A, then what will be the probability? The probability will be probability of occurrence of this event A or probability of happening of this event A is equal to favorable outcomes corresponding to that event A. Favorable outcomes means ए जो बना है इवेंट उसके फेवरेबल कितने एलिमेंट्स है 3 एलिमेंट है 1, 3, 5. So favorable outcomes will be 3 and total outcomes of that experiment 6, which is in the sample space. So 3 by 5. So this is the fundamental and basic definition of probability. See, the favorable outcomes definitely will be less than total outcomes, or we can say the denominator will always be greater than the numerator. If denominator is always greater than the numerator for this formula, then the result will be from 0 to 1. What it means? It means that probability of happening of any event A is always lies between 0 to 1. Is always lies between 0 to 1. You can check it by this formula. Now, if probability of any event can be 0. Probability of any event can be 0. This is the question. Yes. देखिए कोई भी अगर इवेंट हो रहा है, अगर वो हो रहा है तो डेफिनेटली उसका फेवरेबल आउटकम भी होगा, तो फिर उसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी 0 कैसे होगी? और अगर कोई इवेंट हो ही नहीं रहा है, तो हो ही नहीं रहा है तो हम उसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी क्यों फाइंड करना चाह रहे हैं? सो इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन दैट एनी इवेंट हैज प्रोबेबिलिटी 0. देखिए, लेट अस टेक वन एग्जांपल। यूनिवर्स में कोई भी इवेंट अगर मान लीजिए हजारों सालों में एक बार होता है या लाखों सालों में एक बार होता है, तो फेवरेबल आउटकम कितना हुआ? 1, एक बार हुआ। और टोटल आउटकम्स कितने हुए? 1 लाख ईयर में एक बार हो रहा है, तो 1/1000, 1 लाख। तो अगर उस इवेंट की हम प्रोबेबिलिटी फाइंड करना चाहते हैं जो कि 1 लाख साल में एक बार हो रहा है, तो उसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या होगी? प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ दैट इवेंट विल बी 1/1 लाख। ये होगी 1/1 लाख। सो 1/1 लाख विल बी 0.000001, 0.000001. It is approximately equal to 0, but it is not exactly 0. It is not exactly 0, but it is approximately equal to 0. What we learned by this example? इसका मतलब यह है कि यूनिवर्स में जो इवेंट्स बहुत ही कम होते हैं, हजारों लाखों करोड़ों सालों में एक बार होते हैं, उनकी प्रोबेबिलिटी को हम 0 कंसिडर कर सकते हैं। एग्जैक्टली 0 नहीं होती है, लेकिन उनकी प्रोबेबिलिटी को हम 0 कंसिडर कर सकते हैं। तो वो इवेंट हो भी रहा है और उसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी 0 भी हो रही है। सो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ एनी इवेंट कैन बी 0। नाउ probability of any event can be 1. Of course, it can be 1. If favorable outcomes corresponding to that particular event is equal to the total outcomes of that experiment, then probability of that event will be 1. And these events are called certain events. These events are called certain events. ऐसे events जो होंगे वो definitely होंगे ही होंगे, because favorable outcomes upon total outcome is 1. Favorable outcomes is equal to total outcomes. Probability is 1. So these events are called certain events. So I summarize the thing. If probability of A is equal to 0, then that event is called impossible event. Then that event is called impossible event. If probability of any event is equal to 1, then that event is called certain event. Then that event is called certain event. If probability of any event is equal to 0, then that event is called impossible event. And if probability of any event is equal to 1, then that event is called certain event. So we can say probability of happening of any event is greater and equal than 0, but less than equal to 1. Right? Now, A हम represent कर रहे हैं happening of any event. A bar हम represent कर रहे हैं negation of or negative of A. So negative of A will be not happening that event. If A is happening of any event, then A bar will be not happening of that event. So if you want to find out the probability of not happening at an event, then what will be it? So probability of A bar, that is probability of not happening that event A, will be favorable outcomes to the total outcomes. The formula will be same. The classical definition or classical formula will be same for each and every probability you want to find out. So if you want to find out the probability of not happening that event A, then the formula will be favorable outcomes corresponding to that event divided by total outcomes. अब देखिए टोटल आउटकम्स n है, ए के हैपनिंग के लिए फेवरेबल आउटकम्स m है, तो ए के हैपनिंग नहीं होने के लिए फेवरेबल आउटकम्स कितने होंगे? n माइनस m. So n minus m will be the favorable outcomes not happening that event A divided by total outcomes n. So it will be 1 minus m upon n, that is 1 minus probability of A. So probability of not happening any event A is equal to 1 minus probability of happening an event A. This is very, very important result. Probability of not happening of any event A is equal to 1 minus probability of happening of this that event A. Or we can say, इसको अगर मैं इधर लेफ्ट साइड में ले जाऊं, so probability of A plus probability of A bar is equal to 1. That is, probability of happening any event A plus probability of not happening that event is always equal to 1. So by this formula, we can calculate probability of A if probability of A bar is given, and probability of A bar if probability of A is given, because probability of A plus probability of A bar is equal to 1. So there are certain notations for any events which we will use for the questions. These notations are very, very important. We are taking two events, for example, A and B, right? Then A dash or A bar or A negation stands for the non-occurrence or negation of A. Yes, absolutely. Right? A bar or A dash will be not happening of that event A. Second, A union B stands for the occurrence of at least one of A and B. This is very important. A union B का मतलब क्या होता है? The occurrence of at least one of the events A and B. A intersection B. This stands for occurrence of A and B both. At least one of the event A and B के लिए A union B use करेंगे, and A and B both के लिए हम A intersection B use करेंगे. Right? A bar intersection B bar. A bar का मतलब होता है not happening an event A. B bar का मतलब होता है not happening that event B. और intersection का मतलब होता है and. तो इसका ओवरऑल मतलब निकल के क्या आ रहा है? Neither A nor B. So non-occurrence of both A and B, or we can say neither A nor B. Right? A is a subset of B. This stands for the occurrence of A implies occurrence of B. Bilkul. The occurrence of A implies occurrence of B. Got it? Now, in some probability questions, we will use the concept of permutation and combination as well. तो हमें पता कैसे चलेगा कि हमें परम्यूटेशन का कॉन्सेप्ट कब काम में लेना है प्रोबेबिलिटी में और कॉम्बिनेशन का कॉन्सेप्ट कब काम में लेना है? सो आई वुड लाइक टू टेल यू, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, the formula of combination is NCR is equal to n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. What is this formula say? What this formula says actually? This formula says if you are total n objects, and if we want to choose r objects out of them and we are collecting, I repeat, if total n objects are there and out of that n objects we are collecting r objects, then by how many ways we can do it? By how many ways we can do it? We are talking about only collection, right? So the total number of ways for collecting r objects out of n objects will be NCR. That is n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. For example, there are 6 balls and we are collecting 3 balls out of them. Then the total number of ways for collecting that 3 balls out of that 6 balls will be 6C3. 6C3. That is 6 factorial divided by 3 factorial multiplied 6 minus 3 factorial, that is 3 factorial. So for combination formula, we will be talking about only collection. But for permutation formula, we will be talking about collection and arranging. If you are an object, if you are given an object, if you have n objects total, and we want to choose or we want to collect r objects out of them and arranging them, we are choosing r objects out of them and we are arranging them, then how many ways will be there? The total number of ways will be NPR. That is, we will use the formula for permutation, n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. Right? So, if we are collecting and arranging, we will use permutation formula. If we are collecting only, then we will use combination formula. Got it? Okay. What it means? It means if total number of objects are n and we are choosing r objects, then the total number of ways for choosing r objects out of n objects will be NCR, and the total number of ways for choosing r objects and arranging them out of n objects will be NPR. Right? So this is it in this video. In next video, we will be talking about some theorems on probability, addition theorem on probability, multiplication theorem on probability, the very important conditional probability, and some questions of them. Because conditional probabilities and these theorems are very, very important for probability questions. Till then, be safe, be healthy. Thank you very much, all of you. Thank you.